Hi, it's Tarrant.
And Stella from Meeple University. Today we are going to review Living Forest. Now this was out 2021, but better late than never.
And obviously it's been highly acclaimed in that time. Winner of the Kennerspiel, winner as shown here of the S d'Or. So yeah, it comes very highly regarded.
Yep.
And now we can give you our view as well.
Thank you, Tarrant, without you even asking. And you'll see why.
And you kind of asked. You clicked on this video.
Click. So we're going to do overview first and then our review.
So the simplest way to think of this game, if you've played it, is it's a deck builder with a Mystic Veil type of hand. So what that means is that you will deal cards from the top of your deck, and you can keep going for as long as you want. It's a little bit of a push your luck as you gather various icons. And what you want to avoid, I really should have stacked this deck, there we go. What you're trying to avoid is these grey symbols here. You can cancel the grey symbol with a white symbol if you've gained a card that has that. But ultimately, you have to stop when you get a third uncancelled grey symbol. So that would be my hand. Then you take actions. And if you have 3 grey symbols, cancelled or otherwise, then you take 1 action using the icons that you've gathered. If you stop short of having 3, then you get to take 2 different actions. So that's where the push your luck comes into play. What are the actions? So you may have gathered suns, and suns count as currency to buy new cards from the display. So I've got 3 suns here, so I could use it to buy this 2 sun card. For example, put it on top of my deck to be drawn next turn. There's water here, and you can use water to put out fires. There are no fires at the moment, but each turn, or each round, after all the cards have been drawn from here, fires will enter the display based on the cards that were bought. And you can use those waters to put out the fires. And one of the ways to win the game is to have put out 12 fires across the game.
Regardless of fire 2, 3, or 4.
Yes. There are the plants. So there's these displays here. They give you a whole lot of different plants that you can build or grow, going from cheap up to expensive. You would take one of those. I've got 4 plants here, so I could build one of these on my grid. There's various things that can happen as you build out here. As you get to the outsides, you can get extra actions. You can get fragment tiles. These are handy because they let you discard a card that you don't want out of your hand. So yeah, out of here. And these also come with extra bonuses. So this, for example, would be an extra water on every subsequent turn. There are spiral icons, and this lets you run around the board. You can move up to the number of spaces shown there. You get an action based on where you land. So it's not all about the movement. You get some actions there as well. And once you lap people, oops, you fall over. Once you lap people, you take their tokens from them. And these tokens here count as a fire and a tree and a flower.
So it looks like that.
Yep. So if you are not doing much on here, you're going to lose all of these tokens. And then the last one here, this is just points. And so ultimately the ways to win, you can either get 12 fires, as mentioned before. You can get 12 different plants on your board. Or you can have 12 victory points, this icon here, in your card display and on your board. So this is a point. I'd get these 2 points if I filled up this row. And if I'm stealing these from other players, I'm getting points as well. And so whoever meets one of those 3 conditions first is the winner. There's also a little semi-cooperative element to it. So as these fires go out on the board, if no one puts them out with their water action, then anything that's left can burn the players that are left if they don't have enough water to deal with it. And that means getting one of these bad cards that just goes straight. All it has is a bad icon, so you don't want these. Yeah, that's the game.
What do you think?
It's an interesting. It fits together really nicely. It's an interesting interlocking of these
Objectives, mechanics,
Yeah, so,
engine build.
yeah, if players are getting a lot of cards, there's going to be a lot of fire that goes out onto the board. That's an opportunity for someone who has water to get a lot of fires towards their win condition, or or the players will just suffer and everyone's got a lot of cards and they have to deal with that. So it's clever. Doing laps around the board here, it's going to generalize you on what actions you take, but it's going to let you accumulate points or something that you need to win. So, that's really clever. So, I like the way all of this fits together. The trees, you have to build them more slowly. You're only allowed to build one per turn, but they really level up what you've got on your display. So, I like that.
I love this game. I wish I played it 2021, so there's a big chance that I would include this on my top 10 game of 2021. I didn't think this game was available in Australia, or at least not easily, and nowadays in our radar of Can I Spell the Jahja's winner, that makes what's that? And like, oh my gosh, this is also available on Board Game Arena. I love the fact that 12 is the magic number. So you either put 12 fires, or collect 12 3 tiles, or collect 12 points on display. And that makes you want to chase one goal, but then hang on, you have to generalize as well in order to be able to do well. And you kind of like see what other opponents are doing very closely and what you are doing and which one is ahead out of your 3 goals. You kind of like, you're probably not going to make up your mind until midway through the game which one you're going to going for, depending on how the situation falls on. Yep. And from then on, it just like race till the end and try to catch opponents and trying to steal that thing. It's not really a big one, but this certainly help bonus, because it's not really like it's pretty good. So if you land here, you would say that, and if you land here, you can use, for example, the points that you have in the sun. Let's say this is like 3 points plus whatever you have on the board. That that means you have another 3 points to buy cards from. And not to mention that this 3. Now, this placement as well will give you bonus. So this one will give you this bonus. This column will give you this bonus. But then on the side will give you once-off bonus as well. Yeah. It's just amazing. I really, really, really highly recommended this game. It is simple, elegant. It's got deck building, which I like. It's got the card draft, so tile placement that I like, and this is quite new. And that what Tarrant said earlier about the interlocking things is really, really smart. Really, really love this game. Now, the expansion, the Kodotama expansion, Living Forest Kodotama expansion is coming out next year, 2023. So I'm really looking forward to see what comes out. I saw a demo in Essen. I'm really looking forward to play with it. Hopefully I'll get it and then I'll play it and I'll let you know.
I do have one complaint about the game, which I felt it was too short. It did not take many turns to build up.
I thought that was an advantage of the game.
Well, I felt the time taken to set it up and to lay out all these cards, it all kind of then flew by really quickly. It meant that I could build up my deck, but I'm not seeing it enough times to feel like I'm truly engine building it. So
you're one of those that you want to last a bit longer to enjoy it.
I feel it could have gone. I feel you could have started maybe with fewer cards, or started a little bit further back. It's like the game has and maybe it's because everyone does the same sorts of things in the first third of the game, but I know there is a tendency towards shorter games these days, and I don't mind that. But I did feel that this didn't quite have enough turns for me to really get into it. And that coupled with all the components and the high setup, this is one where I probably would prefer to play it on BGA than
It's
than
really
in real
quick,
life. Because in
simple,
BGA,
yeah.
you can just go through and it will set it up. You can do your 8 or 9 turns or however long it takes, and then move on.
That's the thing with BGA. Yes, I do like BGA as well, but where's the interaction? It's a different type of environment that you want to play with. I probably would play on BGA if I have somebody that I like to play with rather than playing for the sake of playing game. That's just me though, which means that means less likely they'll be playing the BGA because I'll probably just invite my friends to come here and then I'll go to their place to play board games. I think there are a lot of our friends that likes this one that we can introduce even more to enjoy this game. We'll bring to the meetup, and then this is going to be a great game for meetup.
I like the art as well. It's in a very specific style, these sort of glowing animals with these markings. I quite like it.
Yeah, that's true. Artwork is great. Table presence get is just like the setup bit. It plays 2 to 4 players, by the way.
Hypnotoad here.
Hypnotoad, that's true. 2 to 4 players, Tarrant. And a glowing panda, glowing...
A platypus here.
Oh. It's all glowing, isn't it? Glowing gorilla.
They've all got this sort of... It's Hypnotoad again.
All the eyes are Hypnoturtle, Hypno-monkey.
Even this woodpecker here looks menacing.
Yeah. It's not as menacing as this Hypnotoad.
Yeah, that one's pretty menacing.
Yeah, see? And the cards goes from cheaper to more expensive. I just love it. It's just... And then this mechanic about the put up fires, so there's that semi-cooperative element to it. I think that's really clever. It is just amazing. I'm really, really looking forward to play with the expansion, to be honest. That's usually what we see in general with the with strategy, like generalized and then specialized towards the end. That is Living Forest. There's a big chance that you have played it. What do you think? Do you enjoy it as much as I do? So let us know in the comments. Are you looking forward for the expansions? I certainly do. Any other games, I quite like it. I mean, I like Mystic Vale, and I do like that push your luck, trying to build your engine as well at the same time and trying to find the right icons to get further ahead. And, I do like the fact that there's no busting. There's busting mechanic in the form of only doing one action rather than 2 actions.
I think that does work really well here. It again works kind of quickly. If you're doing a victory point strategy, you build up a handful of these, and then you can basically smash your whole deck out to win the round. I like it.
Yeah, indeed. So let us know in the comments. Either way, or you find this useful, please help us by hitting that like button. Please, it will be really helpful. Subscribe to us if you haven't already done so. We do review like this, how to play through on the weekend, and my short and sweet. I'm also on Instagram. Find me there as well, and hopefully we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.